until you turned me around. Used to think I was nothing, but look at this love we found. So give me your hand, take it to the plan. No, I don't ever wanna see you cry. Oh yeah, no more tears. Oh yeah, no more tears. Take that chance, we'll be fine. No, I don't ever wanna see you cry. Oh yeah, no more tears. Oh yeah. Never really saw you coming until you turned me around. Used to think I was nothing, but look at this love we found. So give me your hand, take it to the plan. No, I don't ever wanna see you cry. Oh yeah, no more tears. Oh yeah, no more tears. Take that chance, we'll be fine. No, I don't ever wanna see you cry. Oh yeah, no more tears. Oh yeah.
Sneaky steps and shadowy ways. Welcome to the lair where the code is crafty and the hacks are always ethical. Let's dive into the shadows. Hey guys, I'm back today. I'm gonna be going through SteamCloud on Hack the Box. It's a Linux retired machine and it's easy. I have it on guided mode just to save time. We will start by copying the IP address. And I'll just add this to my host file. We'll call that. And we're just gonna call this SteamCloud.htb. Go ahead and save that. We'll ping that real quick. Okay, that looks good. So now I'll start with reconnaissance, and I'll just scan all 65,535 ports on the target machine using nmap. Nothing too fancy. Sudo nmap dash p dash capital PN dash capital T5 dash VV for double verbosity dash open to specify only open ports. Use SteamCloud.htb, and I think that's all I need. Sudo nmap dash p dash capital PN dash capital T5 dash VV dash open. Yep, looks good. So we'll go ahead and run that just to find out what ports are open first. And then once we find out what ports are open, then we will run a versioning scan and the default script scan, searching for things like, say, if FTP were open, then we could check for anonymous access to log into that service. All right, so we've got 22, 2379, 2380, 8443, 10249, 10250, 10256. Okay, so now we're going to run another nmap scan, specifying only those ports, 22, 2379, 2380, 8443, and then 10249 through 10250, and then also 10256. And then I'll do TAC SUC for version scan and default script scan, double verbosity again, dash capital PN for no ping scan. We'll do dash capital T5 for the fastest scan possible. And then we will specify the target of SteamCloud at HTB, and then we'll output this to a file called SteamCloud.nmap. Alright, and that should be everything we need, I believe, so we'll go ahead and run that. Your port range 10249 to 50 is backwards. Oh, okay. Can I not do that? Okay, I can't do that. So I'll just do 10 to 50. Go ahead and run that, and that should work. Okay, so we got our ports discovered again, and we're running a send stealth scan against those 7 services. Okay. We'll take a look at the first question while that's running. Which containerization framework are the services on TCP ports 2379 and 2380 components of? Wait, oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I do have those specified. Okay. Oh, well that was fast. Scroll up to the top here. Okay. 22 SSH. 2379 SSL slash etcd dash client. This is the same thing. etcd-server. Doesn't quite know exactly what this service is that's running on here. Let's see what else. 8443 is running Golang. SSL HTTP. So that's another web server. Let's see. Minikube. Could that be the answer to this? No. Okay. Let's see. So I think what we're gonna start out doing is hitting those services via the web browser and see what we can glean from that. Let's see. Is this the 8443 port still? Oh, is this? No, this isn't. It isn't gonna be Kubernetes, is it? Oh, yeah, it is. Okay. Because I see the DNS right here says Kubernetes, so I was like, oh, I wonder if that's it. Let's see. Oh, I'm guessing that Minikube is probably a component of Kubernetes, so it makes sense. Trinity.text.back. That looks interesting. This couldn't be a credential pair, could it? This is also a web server. It's also a web server. This is a web server. Okay, so let's just hit some of these. Starting with port 2379. This might be HTTPS. SteamCloud.htb colon 2379. A secure connection failed. SSL peer cannot verify your certificate. Okay. Let's try 8443. Okay, so this is an API. Let's see, what about the other port? 2380? Can we access that? No? Okay. Okay, so that's not too interesting. I guess we could try doing HTTP for these. See what happens. Nope. Okay. Yeah, that's definitely using HTTPS. Okay, so I can't really do much with those. 8443 is an API. What else? 10 to 50. Let's give that a shot. Four page not found. Okay. 249. Secure connection failed. Oh, this is HTTP. 4 page not found. Okay, so those are the same. Pretty much. Let's see. The only other port is 10 to 56. I'm sure that's gonna be the same thing. Same story. Yeah. Okay. In that case, let's continue on with the questions. How many pods are running on the target system? How do I figure that out? There's no port 80, so this won't work. No. This is exactly the same. Okay. We can't really interact with any of these services. Maybe we can interact with the API. What just happened there? Weird. 2380. Yeah, that's SSL. What if we just did HTTP? I don't think that's gonna work. No, the connection was reset. And then we can't hit 8443. Well, we can, it's just an API. I wonder if we could log in with these credentials somewhere. How many pods are running on the target system? Okay, what's the hint for this? Kubelet is listening on TCP port 10 to 50. Enumerate using a utility such as kubelet CTL or curling the /pods endpoint. Okay. Yeah, I never would have guessed that. Well, that's https://SteamCloud.htb. I wonder if I have kubelet CTL. Kubelet CTL. No, I didn't think so. Okay, let's try curl first then. https://SteamCloud.htb:10 to 50/pods. Server verification failed. Certificate signer not trusted. Curl failed to verify the legitimacy of the server and therefore could not establish a secure connection to it. To learn more about the situation and how to fix it, please visit the web page mentioned above. Okay. sudo apt search kubeletctl. Nothing? How do I install that? Oh, right. There we go. CTL tech H. Okay. Let's try this. Aha! There we go. Looks like there are 8 pods. Okay. Let's see. Which pod in the default namespace allows code execution? Choose from etcd-SteamCloud, Nginx, cube-controller-manager-SteamCloud, and storage-provisioner. How do I know? Let's see, is there some way to enumerate that? Let's see. Oh, searching for pods containers vulnerable to RCE. Here we go. So how do I tell if it's vulnerable to RCE? Maybe I need to make this bigger. Let's run that again. Let's see if that helps. Oh, okay, the plus signs. Got it. Okay. So the ones that are vulnerable to RCE have these plus signs next to this RCE column. Okay. So Cube Proxy and Nginx. Cube Proxy, Nginx. Oh, it doesn't have to be all of both of them. It just has to be one. Okay, wait, what? Oh, choose from, okay, so in that case it's gonna be Nginx. Alright, in which directory is the service account access token and certificate stored inside a Kubernetes pod? Oops. Is that gonna be in... Would that say on here? Oh, jeez. Is this something I have to look up, or will that tell me in here? I wonder. Oh, is it this? Let's see. Which directory is the service account access token and certificate stored inside a Kubernetes pod? Is it this? 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 Is it /secrets? No? Okay. The service account access token and certificate. Might just have to look this one up on Google. Private key, CSR, certificate. Is it something like /q? No? Okay. I'll just look this up on Google. That's what I thought. Var run secrets kubernetes.io/service account. Just /service account? No? Var run secrets, and I already did that. /var/run/secrets. Yeah, it doesn't like that. Let's see. Which directory is the service account access token and certificate stored inside a Kubernetes pod? I feel like this shouldn't be that difficult. And I tried secrets, not /secrets. /secret/. No? Alright, let me view the hint then, because I don't know what this is supposed to be. When a pod is created, Kubernetes automatically creates a service account for the pod and assigns it to the pod by default. The files in the directory you're looking for are used to authenticate and interact with the Kubernetes API server. Oh, is it just /token? I think I haven't tried that. Token? No, it's not /token. God dang it, what is this answer? /Kubernetes? And it's not like this full path, is it? I'm pretty sure I tried that. No, I didn't think so. Okay, there we go. Run secrets kubernetes.io/service account. Okay, there we go. When creating a Kubernetes pod, which volume type can be used to mount a file or directory from the host file system onto the pod? Choose from GCE persistent disk, host path, secret, or empty dir. A Kubernetes pod, which volume type can be used to mount a file or directory from the host file system onto the pod? I'm just gonna Google that. I'm just gonna take an AI's word for it and do host path. Yay! AI was right. Okay. Let's see. Submit the flag located in the user's home directory. Okay, I guess we can get to exploitation now then. Alright, kubelet CTL. So how do we exploit this? We know that Nginx is vulnerable to RCE. Now how can we abuse that? Run commands inside a container. Attached to a container. Get list of pods in the nodes. Attached to a container, port forward. Scan spec stats version. Let's try this. Now I'm gonna run. Actually, I'm gonna run cat/home/user.text. Pod Nginx dash container Nginx dash server SteamCloud HTB. Let's give that a shot. Response failed status 404 message pod doesn't exist. Okay. Yes, let me list the pods again. Pods dash, okay. Kubelet CTL pods dash server SteamCloud.htb. Okay. So this is the namespace and this is the container. So the Nginx one, okay, the namespace is default and the container is Nginx. Okay. Fix that then. namespace. Oh wait, this is the pod. Okay. So, okay. The namespace is indeed default. The pod is Nginx. And then the container. Wait. Default. Pod Nginx. And container Nginx. Yeah. Okay, so this should be right. No such file or directory. Okay, well let me do, instead of trying to cat this file out, let me just run ls against their home directory. What? 500. Cannot access /home/user, no such file or directory. Okay. We know that one's vulnerable to RCE. Pod in the default namespace allows code execution. It's Nginx. Okay. So why can't we execute? Do I need to do Q? Does this need to be exec instead of run? Or do I have to attach to the container first, maybe? Copy this. Try to attach to the container. Okay, so the pod is Nginx. The container is Nginx, and the namespace is default. No, I can't do that. Panic, runtime error, invalid memory address or nil pointer dereference. SIG SEGV, segmentation violation. Oh, do I need? Let's see. Oh, maybe I need -- server probably. SteamCloud.htb. Let's give that a shot. The response field was status 500. Message upgrade request required. Wait a second. When I did this, no, I did specify server, and that didn't work. Using kubelet client to attack the Kubernetes cluster. Wonder if this would be of any use. I saw this earlier, but I didn't know if I should check it out or not. Jeez, that was loud. Turn the volume down on the VM. Let's see. Okay, so I did some recon, we listed the pods, found out which one is vulnerable to RCE. Once we have the details about our pods and containers, we can run commands inside them. Kubelet has 3 API calls for executing commands inside a container. /run command inside the container, exec, run command inside the container using a stream, okay. /CRI, run command inside the container after a stream is opened by /exec. Using the /run endpoint with curl is simple. But using /exec endpoint with curl is more complex because it requires an initial post request and a follow-up get with SPDY capable client or WebSocket client, which is also supported. Okay, so we did scan for RCE. Then choose the one you want to execute a command inside of. Why can I not get this to work? Because it seems like this is how I should be doing this. What if I just do home first instead of specifying a user's home directory? Okay, and then the pod is nginx, and then the container is also nginx. And then I need server SteamCloud.htb. Will that work? Maybe I also need the namespace, which is default. Let me try run. I'm not getting any output. Maybe I should try the other pod that we also saw was vulnerable to RCE. Which was that? Cube proxy. So the pod is this string, and then the namespace cube-system containers cube-proxy. Let's try that instead. And I've forgotten everything already, of course. Okay, so the pod is this, what I have in my clipboard. And then the container is what? Cube-proxy. Cube-proxy, and then the namespace, I think, is cube-system. If I remember right. Yes. Oops. Yes. Okay. Let's give this a shot. Maybe this will work. No? Let's try exec with this one too. It looks like those are being executed, but there's no output. Is there like a verbose? Oh, there's debug. Pretty sure I want to do exec, not run. Well, what? I don't know. What Run commands inside a container. Run commands inside a container. So those do exactly the same thing? So why are there two different commands? Oh yeah, Hey, welcome in, you dev. Good morning. It's evening for me, so good evening, from me. Huh? Let's see. Well, what is the issue here? I cannot get this to work. Let's see something. One-liner attack. Kubelet CTL is not only a client that implements the Kubelet's API, but it also has more advanced capabilities. It can run a command on all the pods inside the nodes without specifying each pod and container individually. Oh, okay. So let's just do that then. Kubelet CTL run. Who am I? Dash dash all dash pods. Oh, also need dash dash server. SteamCloud. Should be always have to specify that. Did this work on any of these this time? Command who am I exited with 126. Command who am I exited with 126. Ah, okay, so it did work here on the Nginx pod this time. Did it also work? Ah, it also worked on this pod. Okay, I wonder why we couldn't get it to work specifying all of these things. Let's see if we can get the flag now. I'm gonna try cat user.text. See if that works on any of these. Okay, we'll just do /home first because it looks like user, like it says here. Submit the flag located in the user's home directory. That doesn't seem to exist, so let's just see if we can ls on home first to see what users actually have home directories. Exited with 126. There's no output from this. There's no output from this either. Well, crap. I wonder why we can't run that. Does it have to be like two separate commands? Oh, yes it does. Okay. Wait, why did that... Wait, what? This ls on root. Okay. I wonder why I can't just ls on a specific directory. Does it need to be like... Nah, that doesn't work. What if I just run... What if I don't run ls and I just run /home? What does that do? No, that's not a command. It has to be ls. But I can't run it against that specific directory for some reason. What is exit code 126? That is a good question. Kubelet CTO exited with 126. Oh, not every container allows to exec into it. Dashboard uses... okay. I'm guessing that just means then that you just can't exec into it. Which we already know that some of these we can't exec into. What if I change this to exec instead of run? Oh, I can't run exec with all pods. I can only run with all pods. ls/home exited is 126. And then there's no output for the ones that are vulnerable to RCE. I wonder why I can't run ls/home. Can I attempt to attach to all pods? No? Okay. Do I need to get the token? Is that the problem? Steam token dash server SteamCloud.htb. Okay, so I have some tokens. Token string, token file string. Service account token, JWT, insert. What if I do? And I need to take my jacket off now. Oh, I think there's an ad going on, so I'll take a quick break. we're back. Okay, so just kind of trying a few things here. Try this token string, see if we can attach. Let's see, and we want to attach to cube proxy, I guess. Message unauthorized. Okay. I still don't understand why we can't run ls against /home. We just get no output. There's a write-up. I didn't really want to look at a write-up quite yet, though. Wait a second. Wonder if this needs to be leveraged somehow. When creating a Kubernetes pod, which volume type can be used to mount a file or directory from the host file system onto the pod? Does it have the capability of doing that? Attach to container, checkpoint, configs, container logs, CRI, debug, exec, health Z, help, log, metrics, PID to pod. That shows how Linux process IDs PIDs can be mapped to Kubernetes pod metadata. Pods get list of pods in the node, port forward, run commands inside a container. Running pods returns all pods running on kubelet from looking at the container, runtime cache, scan, spec stats version. What is this limitation of not being able to run ls/home? If we just run ls by itself, then it will run ls against root, as we can see here. I mean, against the root directory. But we can't specifically run ls. Oh, wait a second. What if we just ran... What if we don't put a slash? What if we just do home like that? Nope. Okay. Yeah, there's still no output. I wonder why that is. Yeah, and the ones that we have remote code execution for, there's just no output. I don't understand why that is. Can you ls/root? I haven't tried that. It's possible /home is empty? I mean, I guess so, but it says submit the flag located in the user's home directory, so I would doubt that. I would think that home would contain users' home directories. Yeah, so it's the same story with /root. And there's no way that's empty. Cause the root flag is in there. /var? I'm guessing this is probably gonna do... Okay, so I can do that. I can see the directories in /var. But I can't see the directories in /home or /root. What if the user is root? I mean, I still should be able to ls/home. I think I am root, actually. Where was that? I ran who am I up here. Where was that? I mean, I guess I could just run it again. But I had it in my commands up here somewhere. I'm just gonna run it again. Yeah, it shouldn't matter if I'm root. It shouldn't matter then. It should be able to give me that info. Yes, I am already root. So I'm not sure. I should have every permission available, but I can't get any output back against running ls with running ls against /home or /root. Could I do like tree? No, that didn't work. In boot dev etsy home root oh, what if I do that doesn't work. Okay. And we already know that doesn't give us any output whatsoever. For some reason. If we're already root, then why do we have any limitations? Is there a different command we could run to list files? Oh yeah, could do that. Slash dash in user text. See if that does anything. Nope, that all exited with 126. Oh, unknown predicate dash n. It probably has to, I think it has to be name. Ah. And that doesn't give us any output whatsoever either, of course not. Permission denied. 2 is greater than slash dev slash null. Class must precede expression. What? I've run that command before. Is this just my issue? I wonder if... Or am I doing something wrong? I don't know. Permission denied. What? Maybe I'm not like a true root user? I don't know. And I've tried to do ls/home/user and it didn't like that, I don't think. Cannot access /home/user, no such file or directory. It says submit the flag located in the user's home directory. So the name of the user is user, but this says that it doesn't. Your home directory doesn't exist. It's so weird. I wonder if it has to do with this. When creating a Kubernetes pod, which volume type can be used to mount a file or directory from the host file system onto the pod? Okay, I think I'm understanding what's going on here now. /home and /root are empty directories, Because those are just the directories that are on the container. They're not we haven't actually been able to touch the actual host's file system. So I'm guessing that's probably what's going on here, and we do have to mount a directory from the host file system onto the pod. So now I just have to figure out how to do that. How to mount a file from the host's file system to a Kubernetes pod. How does that work? Data persistence, shared storage. Config map. Config map provides a way to inject configuration data into pods. The data stored in a config map can be referenced in a volume of type config map and then consumed by containerized applications running in a pod. The specific one that type of volume that we're trying to look at though is host path. Okay. Host path. A host path volume mounts a file or directory from the host node's file system into your pod. This is not something that most pods will need, but it offers a powerful escape hatch for some applications. Warning, using the host path volume type presents many security risks. If you can avoid using host path volume, you should. For example, define a local persistent volume and use that instead. If you're restricting access to specific directories on the node using admission time validation, that restriction is only effective when you additionally require that any mounts of that host path volume are read-only. If you allow read-write mount of any host path by an untrusted pod, the containers in that pod may be able to subvert the read-write host mount. Take care when using host path volumes whether these are mounted as read-only or as read-write, because access to the host file system can expose privileged system credentials, such as for the kubelet, or privileged APIs, such as the container runtime socket that can be used for container escape, or to attack other parts of the cluster. Pods with identical configuration, such as created from a pod template, may behave differently on different nodes due to different files on the nodes. Host path volume usage is not treated as ephemeral storage usage. You need to monitor the disk usage by yourself because excessive host path disk usage will lead to disk pressure on the node. Okay. So how do I set up this volume? Do I have to send an API call? I wish there was a way to do that with kubelet CTL. I don't see anything like that though. Grep volume? No. Grep host path? No? Okay. Some files or directories created on the underlying host might only be accessible by root. You can either need to either need to run your process as root in a privileged container, or modify the file permissions on the host to read from or write to a host path volume. And this doesn't say anything about that. No. How to mount a host path volume from a pod from the host file system to a Kubernetes pod. You must specify the mount propagation field as bidirectional when you mount a host path volume to the pod. This propagates the directory on the host node to containers in the pod. The pod must be running in privilege mode. This is required if you set mount propagation to bidirectional. Use the following template to directly mount a host path volume to a pod. Can I send a configuration file? I can specify a cube config file. That's not gonna be a string though. That's gonna be like a lot of strings. Let's see. Is there a way to do this using kubelet CTL? Maybe this will tell me how to do this. I just want an easy way to do this. Let's see. How to create a host path volume. Let's create the pod with the kubectl create-f pod.yaml command and check the creation using kubectl get pods, and let's exec it by kubectl exec-it host path-pod space sh. So the mount entry inside the container is /demo. Let's go to the /demo folder through cd, and let's create a test file by using touch test. After exiting it, let's see where it is running by using kubectl get pods -o wide. This particular pod is running on node 3. So I already have node 3 open, and inside that it should have /data. This is node 3, and let's go to directory cd/data. What? We can see our test file is already created, so whatever we create inside the pod, we can see it inside node 3. That's how the manning is done. What? That does not tell me how to actually set up the mount. Maybe I should watch this video real quick. Well, there's gonna be an ad here in about 30 seconds. At which point we'll take a quick break. Alrighty, and we're back. So I'm I'm going to attempt to watch this video. See if I can actually glean any understanding from this.
Hi, in this video, we'll be going through host path volume. In Kubernetes, a host path volume means mounting a file or a directory from the host or the node inside the pod. Now, you can specify different things like a directory should be already existing or it should be created on the pod creation, and some of the advantages can include if you create a slash varlib docker host path, so a pod can use to access docker, or if you are running a C advisor, then slash sys can be used as a host path, and this is how the host path is created. So in the pod spec section in volumes, you define the host path, and this particular path, which is slash data, will be created because the type here is directory or create, which means if it is not there, then it will be created, though type is not a mandatory field. So slash data will be on the node where the pod is pinned up, and it is mounted inside the container in the slash demo directory. So let's create this. kubectl create -f pod, kubectl get pods, and let's exec it. kubectl exec -it host path pod. So the mount directory inside the container is slash demo, so let's go to slash demo folder, and let's create a file, touch test, and after exiting it, let's see where it is running. kubectl get pods -override. So this particular pod is running on node 3, so I already have node 3 opened, and inside that it should be having slash data.
Yeah, this is not... How can I do this remotely? I don't have access to the underlying host's file system. Wonder if I can only do this via the API. did that just do? Doesn't really help me either. Hey, welcome in, GoPro. Kubernetes, yep. So what I'm trying to figure out how to do is mount a file from the actual host file system onto the pod that I have RCE on, in order to you know, read certain various files from the host file system. So I'm trying to mount a host path volume, but that seems easier said than done. I've seen how to, when you first deploy the when you first deploy the pod, you can do it with a YAML file. Host path mount, I believe. Would I just execute that, like run that as a command? It's easy? Can I just use kubelet ctl and run that as a command inside the pod to do that? What perms do you have? I have RCE on a couple of, oh, you're asking me, so I have root. Did you kubectl auth I'm not using kubectl, I'm using kubelet ctl, which has some, like, exploitation capabilities. So if I run who am I can see that I'm root on this particular pod. And I'd really like to figure this out myself without looking at the write-up, because I've gotten really far without the write-up. But I'm really not sure where to go from here. It's interesting that this is working now too, because it wasn't working earlier. Yeah, that's still, there's nothing in there, okay. Yeah, I'm really not sure where to go from here. Is that host path mount, is that a kubectl command? Or do you just run that on the container? To create a host path volume on a Kubernetes To create a host path volume in a Kubernetes pod, you define a host path volume in the pod spec section, specifying the path on the host node and the mount path within the container. It really doesn't seem that easy. Do I have to create a YAML file and get that onto the pod somehow? Mostly what I'm saying is, hey, create this file. But not how to actually do it. Maybe this will help. And I don't have SSH access. Can't do that. Yeah, I might just have to look at the write-up at this point, because I'm really lost. Command executed successfully, however there does not seem to be a user flag on this pod, yep. Okay, Privisk. Oh, this is the Privisk, duh, okay. Now that we've successfully executed a command within the Nginx pod, let's see if we can get access to tokens and certificates so that we can create a service account with higher privileges. Okay. Yeah, I was not going this route at all. The access token and certificate is successfully acquired. We can use these to log into kubectl and check what sort of permissions we have. Save the certificate inside a file called ca.crt and export the token as an environment variable. Then run the following command to get a list of pods. Okay. Yeah, there's still quite a bit here then that I was not even aware of to do that, so. Okay, so let me do this then. I'll cat/var/run secrets kubernetes.io/service account/token. Get that back. Okay. Oh, okay, so this is just the beginning of the token. I need the entire token. Okay, so I copy this. The access token and certificate is successfully... Okay, so I need the certificate as well. The way I do that is I run this again. But instead I go into... I go back, and then I just want to cat ca.crt. Okay, so I have both of those things now. Access token and certificate is successfully acquired. You can use these to log into kubectl and check what sort of permissions we have. Save the certificate inside a file called ca.cert and export the token as an environment variable. Okay, so that's probably not gonna work correctly. Maybe it will. We'll just see, yes. Okay, so I'll save that. And then take the token. Whoops. I don't think I need to use kubectl though. I think I can continue using the tool that I'm using. Okay. Oh yeah, so I can put this into an environment variable still. Export token equals... Okay. And then I'll do kubelet etl tech t $token. I call the variable. And then what do I do for the certificate? Dash cert. Dash cert. Or I can do dash. Can I just do... No, it has to be dash cert. Okay. Dash cert. ca.crt. And then specify the server SteamCloud.htb, and I'll do the pod nginx, the container nginx, and the namespace of default, and what else? Oh, auth can-i-list. I'm sure there's a way to do that with kubelet CTL as well. Let's see. Wasn't there something for auth in here somewhere? Well, let's just see what this does. Okay. that doesn't tell me the permissions. Might have to get kubectl. Yeah, I don't think this has the ability to do that. Oh, looks like we have another ad. So I'll take a quick break again. And we're back. Okay, so I'm gonna install kubectl. Using curl. Let's see. Okay, and then I'll download the checksum file. Let's see. Oh, I guess I didn't run that yet, did I? Oh no. Okay. Okay, so that's downloaded. Then to validate the checksum, I do this. Okay, sweet. So that's all good then. And then into install. Install actually a command? Oh wow, I've never used that in my life. Huh. And I'm gonna put this in home.local/bin/ctl. And I change this. Okay, so that seems to be working now. That's good. This over here. Don't need this anymore. Okay, so now we'll do cube ctl dash token equals $token. Whoops. Yeah, that's right. Token dash certificate authority equals ca.crt. Then the server is SteamCloud.htb. And is that all I need? Oh, and then auth can-i-list. Connection to the server SteamCloud.htb is refused. Do I really have to specify the port even though that's the default port? Oh wait, does it have to be 8443? Error from server, bad request, server rejection, request, an unknown reason. No, that should be, whoops. What was the port? N250. I think it's 10-250. 10-250. No? I didn't have to specify the port with kubelet CTL. Connection to the server was refused. Did you specify the right host or port? Well, what is the issue? Server rejected our request for an unknown reason. Post self-subject rules reviews .authorization.k8s.io. Could it be the certificate? What's the problem? What if I run this again like this? I think that should work. Are there like any... Oops, is there like any white space or anything that's throwing it off, I wonder? Their certificate looked very similar. No, I don't want to redo that. I want that space to be there. Oh. No. Echo $sign token. I think that should be right too. Do I need that info? Can I just get cube CTL -- server SteamCloud HTB :8443 get pods. Server rejected a request for an unknown reason. Get pods. Oh, is that why? Does this have to be like that? Failed to verify certificate. Certificate is valid for Minikube CA control-plane, but Minikube internal kubernetes.default.svc.cluster.local kubernetes.default.svc kubernetes.default kubernetes localhost not SteamCloud.htb. Okay. Does it need to be /defaults? No? What's the issue? kubectl --token equals $token -- certificate -authority equals ca-cert --server https://steamcloud.htb:8443 get pods. But that doesn't work. What about 10/250? No? This is a certificate issue, maybe. Oh, wait, it's... okay, in that case, let me try just using the IP address. It doesn't like the host name ending in .htb. Cannot validate certificate for 10.10.11.133 because it doesn't contain any IP sans. Is that because of the port that I specified? Let's try that. Oh, okay, there we go. Yeah, it didn't like the host name. That was the problem. Okay. So now I should be able to do auth can-i --list. Aha, there we go. Okay, now we're back on track. Let's see. What am I actually looking for here, though? Default service account appears to have some basic rights, so let's list them all using auth can-i. Okay, did that. This would probably be better if I had this full screen. Let's try this again. Okay. Create list. Get on these API endpoints. Let's see. So what do they say here? We can acquire, list, and create a pod in the default namespace. To make a pod, we may use the Nginx image. Let's make a nefarious pod. Say the following YAML configuration inside a file called f.yaml. Okay, this is where we can create the, what's it called? The host path volume. Okay, so we copy this. Damn it. Maybe. And I'll create this file. I'll just call it f.yaml. YAML f.yaml. We'll throw that all in here. That's not supposed to mean nginx though. Oh wait, maybe it is actually. Yeah, we're not trying to, we're trying to, okay, so that's supposed to be that way. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so save that, and then what do we do? Oh crap, this is part of it. Host network, true. Host network. Okay. I wonder if this is case sensitive. I do not know, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Put this back over here. Using the same nginx image and mounting the host file name within the container so we can access it. We can use kubelet ctl to run commands within the pod once we've created it. Let's try applying the configuration listing to see if our newly generated pod is up and running. Okay. So cube, I think I can just use this. Instead of this, I want apply -f.yaml. Error validating f.yaml, error validating data, validation error, unknown field, auto mount service account token, unknown fields. Here, version 1, pod metadata. Got a lot of errors. like any of that. See, API version, Cullen version 1, kind of pod, metadata. Oh, is it because this doesn't have the indentations? Hey, thank you for the raid and thank you for the follows. Welcome in. And how was your stream, Shy Hat? What were you working on? We were stuck on a NATA CTF level for 3 hours. Oh, damn. I know how that is. I'm at the 2.5 hour mark with this Hack the Box machine. I'm doing SteamCloud in guided mode, and I'm just trying to do the Privesc now. And this is a learning moment for me because I'm not super familiar with Kubernetes, so I'm trying to escalate my privileges by mounting a host path so that I can access the actual host file system instead of just the Kubernetes pod. Blind SQL injection. Oh god, I hate blind SQL injection. I feel your pain. Hate to raid and run, I'm starving. Have a great rest of the stream. Oh, no worries, Shy Hat. Take care. See you next time. Thanks for the raid again. Well, we're coming up on another ad here, so we're gonna go to a quick break here pretty quick. mean, I gotta figure out how to make that stop doing that. Alright, we are back. I think I have this in the right format now. Everything is indented the way it should be, so let me save this and try this again. Okay, so let me see if I can apply this again. Aha! Okay, so the pod was created, so now I'll do get pods. Sweet. Okay, so we have our malicious pod created now. Nginx T. Okay, then what do we do? Our pod is in good shape and is up and running. We can now proceed to grab both the user and the root flags. Okay, that's it then. We can do that with kubelet ctl. We'll do exec. And now we should be able to cat root user.text. Pod is nginxt and container is nginxt and server is SteamCloud.htb. Aha! Okay, so there's the user flag. Paste. And I'm gonna say not too easy for that just because I'm not really familiar with this topic. So now I'm guessing this is just gonna be in root.text for the root flag. No? Oh, root.text. Okay. Root.text. There we go. Okay, so there's our root flag. And we are done. Now do this. And this. Or not. Okay. Let's see if there's anyone we can raid. Is there anyone on? Nope, there's literally no one else on besides me at this time. Okay, so I guess we're not gonna raid anyone then. Alright, well I guess I'm gonna end the stream here. Once again, appreciate everyone for joining. I appreciate all the new follows. I hope that you learned something. I know I do every single time. That's not even a joke. Just a running thing that I say after every single machine because I am always learning something new with these vulnerable machines on Hack the Box. I'm usually always have something to learn from these. Raid gas station FM. Why? Why do you want me to raid them? What even is that? Station FM. Is it like a radio thing? Oh, it's a DJ. He's a DJ at a gas station? guess I could raid him. um, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna raise this guy. He's gonna be like, what the hell is going on? Who is this dude that is raiding me? That is probably doesn't have anything in common with me. Huh? Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream. The next time I stream, I will be in a new place, so that will be fun. But until then, hack the planet. Take care. See you next time. Bye.